guys, welcome to my channel. So this is my Sephora haul for 2018. These are the little things I bought to prepare myself for the new year. Now this is just the last haul that I did, and they're things that I really love, that most of which are tried and true things that I just wanted to share with you that I think are worth purchasing, and some of them are a little bit newer, things that I'm going to be trying throughout the year, so basically things you'll see in upcoming videos or blog posts on my website, foodiebeautylife.com. So let me just show you what I got. This wasn't all at the store. Some of it came basically online through ordering online, and some of it I did pick up at the store. But these are all the things that I got like kind of at the end of the year, the beginning of the year, to prepare myself for 2018. I'm going to start with this little bag. So if you've seen my latest Ipsy video, which will be probably my last Ipsy video ever because I canceled, you will know that I take issue with getting 12 makeup bags a year that I don't want. That doesn't mean I don't love makeup bags. I actually quite love this one, and I had had my eye on it for a while. It's one of the quilted ones. They have a bunch of quilted stuff, and this one I love because it's like long enough to hold your eyeliner and your lip liner and all that, but it's not so big, so it could still go into a purse, but it's also big enough to actually hold some of the longer items that those teeny little Ipsy bags don't hold. So I was really excited to get this, and it was only like $7.50, so it was marked down, and I believe as of the making of this video that it's still available for that much if you can find it online or in a store. The next item is my little treat for spending way too much money at Sephora. It's the VIB Rouge. It's a little thing that they give you when you, again, spend too much money. So this time around I got this little pouch, and it has a brush in it. I'll show you the brush. It's basically a travel size. It's got 10 layers of packaging. There we go. So it's this right here. It is. It just says Sephora VIB Rouge. It's super soft. It's packed, but not overly packed, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to use it for, but I'm always happy to have another brush. So there's that, and a celebration of spending too much money at Sephora, as always. The next item is an item that is actually from the summer, but it was another one of those things where I held off too long to get it. They sold out, and then they finally got a few in, and they were actually marked down. So beauty blenders are, I think, one of the best tools out there, and I definitely always buy the real ones. And I'm actually going to be doing a video on those soon, because I'm finding there's still a lot of people out there who don't know the difference between a beauty blender and all of those other knockoffs, and I think it's important to know the difference. You might like some of those knockoffs, and that's great. If they work for you, that's perfect. They're definitely cheaper, but I find that when I was buying those knockoffs, I didn't care for them at all, and I thought the whole thing was just a big scam. And then I finally got my hands on a beauty blender, and it was truly one of the best beauty tools I've ever used, and so I continue to buy them. And the reason I wanted these ones is because they are in citrus colors, which I love. So they have an orange and a lime green, and also the traditional pink. This is the Avocado sleeping mask that they have, and they basically have a teeny little pot. These are great little masks, and you would think, given the size of them, that they're one-time use only, but I actually get a good 3, sometimes 3.5 uses out of these, because really, even once you put the gel-like mask on your face and neck, there's still plenty more after the first use and the second use. So I would say these are at least a 3-time use mask. And what I like about them is that they're very easy. You're going to remove your makeup and wash your face at the end of the day anyhow. And if you're not, you should. And then after that, you basically just put this mask on. It's not quite that tacky. It doesn't necessarily seep in right away, but I would say after a few minutes, maybe if you put it on 20 minutes before you go to bed, you're good, and then you can fall asleep, and then even if some of it transfers to your pillowcase or what have you, it's fine, because I feel like it's already started to do its job. And then you just go to bed, and you wake up in the morning, and I find that this definitely makes my skin softer, smoother. Intense nutrition to the skin, repairs, and instantly relieves sensitive zones. So this one is definitely gives you the supple skin that you're looking for when you wake up in the morning. But basically, great mask, vouch for it, costs $4, you get 3 masks out of it. It's like win-win all the way around. Speaking of masks, and speaking of Sephora brand, I actually got this, which is the hair mask, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm really excited about it because I feel like deep conditioning and any sort of hair mask is definitely a part of my life right now, so I definitely need this stuff. I never used to. My hair used to be completely indestructible. I could do anything I wanted to it and it would look great. Now it requires a lot more help, and I do love oils and heavy conditioners, and in the coming months, I'll be doing a lot of videos on that type of hair care because I've found a lot of great products that I think are worth sharing. I'm hoping that this will be in those videos. So far, I've heard good things. Basically, you have this cream mask in here, which is the bottom part of this pouch, and then the top has some sort of like bonnet or like kind of like a shower cap, and you basically put it all on and you put your cap on for a little while and you let it work overnight and then you wash it out the next day. So there's that. So I'm looking forward to that, and you'll definitely be hearing about it if I end up loving it. The next item is definitely a tried and true. This is one of my top 5 foundations. This is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I use the color 5.5 or 5,5, and I think this is one of the greatest foundations out there. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. It's really comfortable to wear. It lasts all day, and this is definitely a tried and true. It's a good at least $15-ish more than most of the foundations I use, like Kat Von D or like the Josie Marin and all that stuff. They're all like in that mid 30-ish range. Or most of the ones I use are. This one is a little bit more, but it's definitely worth every penny, and I just am down to like the last drops of my last bottle, so definitely tried and true, and I wanted a new bottle for the new year because I plan on wearing it a lot. And I did get a second foundation, and this one is different for me. This is the Lancome Dual Finish Powder. This is different for me because there's only one powder I've ever trusted in the world of foundation, and that is the Kat Von D one. It's the, I want to say the Locket is what it's called. That one I love. I sort of discovered it by accident. It was more out of desperation. I'm allergic to sunscreen, and for a long time I couldn't even find a foundation that I could use because everything had sunscreen in it for a while there. And finally I decided to just try the powder because powders generally don't have sunscreen, at least that I've found. And I used it and it just ended up being a great foundation. Now, it's the only one that I've really ever used, but I recently got a sample card of this, and I really liked the feel of it, so I decided to go ahead and invest in a second powder just to see how it fares. The one thing about the Kat Von D is it does oxidize, or at least I have one that I've had in my drawer for a minute, and that one definitely oxidizes. Maybe they've taken care of that problem. It's not really an issue if you know that that's going to happen, so I just get a color that's a little bit lighter, and then it oxidizes to my perfect color. So that works for me. I know what colors I am now because I've been using it long enough, but I haven't had this problem with this. I haven't used this in the summer yet. So far I've only used it in the winter, and for me, the oxidization I find is a combination of it actually oxidizing and a combination of the fact that I get tan very quickly. So if I'm wearing any kind of foundation in the summer, it's going to be part, if it oxidizes, it will oxidize, and part the fact that I get so tan that I have a hard time telling what it is, which is why I'm not so quick to blame a foundation if it changes color on me in the middle of the day. I know it sounds crazy, but I think for any of you out there who tan very, 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 very quickly, like driving to the mailbox, you can get tan on the side of your body. If you're like that, then you understand what I'm talking about. So far, I haven't had an issue with this just straight up oxidizing, but in the summer we'll see, because I do think that the sun affects it, and again, part of that is just the fact that I tan ridiculously fast, and part of it's just it really just kind of being out of the compact and on your face. The next item I got is one that I wasn't really planning on getting. And that is the Urban Decay Vice Liquid Lipstick. This is another one that I got dirt cheap. I was at Sephora and it was $9 or something to that effect. It was something ridiculously affordable. And I decided to pick up the color 1993 because that is one of my favorite, the 90s is one of my favorite decades. I love the makeup from that decade. I love the clothes. I love everything. And I just decided to go for it because it was the one sort of nude brownie type of color. I really liked it. It's not necessarily my favorite liquid lipstick. Definitely still a fan of a Kat Von D, Sephora Collection, and I do like the Tarte ones as well. But it was a really good liquid lipstick, and there were things about it that I liked. Excuse me as I drop my makeup. There are things about it that I liked that were a little bit different in terms of feel and wear than other products I've used. And so I'll probably be doing a review on this, so keep an eye out for that. The last two items are these right here. One of them is a lip liner from Bite Beauty, and it's the color 12. And I don't think it has a name, but basically it is one of those really pretty soft pinky nudes. And I like this, and I bought it because I have a lipstick from Bite that I absolutely love. That's more of a it's more of a mauve. It's that color that I think everybody knows about from Bite, because I think it's probably one of their best-selling colors. It's the one that when they do like a 100-point thing at Sephora, it's that color. So if you know what color that is, comment below, because I'm blanking right now. But I thought this number 12 would work with that. This is a little bit more pink, and that's a little bit more mauve-y purple, but I think it'll work with that, and it'll work with so many of my other lipsticks, because I have quite the nude collection. So I'm excited, and that's my first Bite Beauty lip liner. And then I got one of my favorite lip liners of all time, which is the Sephora Collection one. This one is in the color 29, Dress to the 90s. So there's another 90s theme. So I have a bunch of like lipstick and lip liner now that have 90s in the name or in the theme, and it is in that world of colors that would have been very popular in the 90s. So the nudes that are more browns, because I think now nude means so many different things. It can mean skin tone, it can mean pink, it can mean mauve, it can mean brown, it could even mean like a reddish nude. There's so many nudes. This is like a 90s nude, and this is like a 90s nude as well. So the more the brown tones. So there's that. And then my last item was basically just my 100-point thing that I picked up. And it is the Clinique Moisture Surge Face Spray, which I've been wanting to try for ages. And I always have mixed feelings about these things, because I feel like anything I put on after the fact, I feel like I'm just putting it on over dirty makeup. I know that sounds really disgusting and maybe a little dramatic, but I feel like when I've been wearing makeup all day and I want to feel hydrated, I don't know if putting more stuff on my face is really going to help or make me feel better. But I do like Clinique, and I trust Clinique, and I figure if anybody's going to do it well, it's probably them. And also it was a 100-point thing, so I didn't have to pay any money for it. I could just try it. By the time I'm done with this bottle, I'll know if I like it or not. More than likely, I will end up just using it on a clean face when I just want a little fresh up, but we'll see. I'll try it both ways, and again, I will let you know if it's a love. If it's a love of my life, you will definitely end up finding out in a video or a blog posting. So at any rate, those were the items that I picked up sort of end of the year, celebrate the new year. It's my latest, it is my latest little splurge. But as you can see, they're all items that are either tried and true, like the Beauty Blender, the Armani, or even this makeup kit that I know I will absolutely use. And then a few new items that so far I really like this right here, the Lancome, I'm really loving, and things that I'm not really worried about. The Sephora Collection, the Bite Beauty, I'm not worried. I'm sure I will like them, and we'll see just how much I like the Bite Beauty. So the biggest thing right now is getting this hair mask on and seeing how it works for me, and I will definitely let you know about that and other hair care products in the coming weeks. So if you are looking for something really great for colored hair or hair that just needs a lot more moisture, keep your eyes peeled for that video. And speaking of keeping your eyes peeled for videos, please subscribe if you already haven't. Also, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button, and if you click on that bell, it'll let you know every time I post a video, which will be regularly. I'm back on posting videos regularly after the holidays, where I took a little bit of a break. But thank you for joining me today. I look forward to spending more time with you. Take care and have a good one.